Get your lives.
Okay, so this piece comes off of the back of the starter. There is a little washer that goes inside of here, and there is, or pardon me, a little O-ring goes inside of there, and then there's two washers, a thin one and a thick one. The thin one goes out and the thick one goes in. And then there's a little bushing in there. So let's put those in the bag. And then we'll see what's on the other side. And then this piece we can go ahead and clean up and then get ready to paint. I don't want to put that in the powder coating, because if it's too hot, I don't want it to melt anything, because I don't want to take out the seal here. And I think this side's got some seals and O-rings on it as well. Ah. Those go on here like this, and then that one goes in the middle, and then that's what twists this around. Okay, so we can sand this and paint it. I'm not going to take the actual motor out. I think if we remove these screws we can take this sleeve off, but I'm just going to leave it like this and give this a good paint once I get the right color for it. And these, I can pull these out. Just a quick look at where I am at the starter. I'm just priming these pieces, got them sandblasted, primed up, and then I'll be painting them blue. Here's the actual body of the starter. It's just drying. It's a pretty nice red. Got the bolts coming along as well. So another coat of primer on this in a few minutes, and then we'll start painting it blue. Alright, these bolts are in here real tight, so I'm going to use my impact driver to just tap them out a little bit. So, just so we get an inside look, these two come out, this piece comes out, there's another mount down in here that looks like a Phillips also, and I believe I'm going to have to take out these three bolts here to pull the stator out, so we definitely don't want to bake it with that in there. So some issues with the clutch side cover. There was a spot down here which I thought was just oil, and I started taking it down, and you can see there was a dent in here. They had it patched with some putty, and I got all the putty out. I'm concerned about a couple little holes in here. Now if you look at the inside, you can see that the inside looks like they've already done some welding on it to patch it up, but there's still cracks coming out from it, and so I'm not sure how easy that is to see, but I'm going to send this off to someone who knows more about welding than I do, and see if he can either fill this in and I can sand it all down, or perhaps just put a square patch over top of it and weld all the way around, because I don't want this leaking. I've been trying to source a new one as well, and that's a little hard. There's not a lot of product like this out there, so there's not a lot of these around. So I don't want to do anything on the inside because I don't want to get in the way. I think the clutch is mostly up here, and so there's probably nothing going on down there anyway, but I'd rather keep adhere. And I'm going to repaint all of this anyway, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like in the end, because I'm going to do a lot of finishing work on it. Got the gasket off, got a new gasket coming in. So this is the starter, all refinished. I'm very excited to get this put back together. Now, some of these bolts are for putting it back on the engine. I won't be using those quite yet, but everything else is looking really good. Okay, I like this blue color. It's really nice. I think I'm going to do the whole frame in this. This is the color I got for the wheels, for the rims. Now these, because they're going into aluminum, do not need Loctite on this side. And it's got the crush washer here on this side too, so go. I can't wait to get this on the engine and see how the whole engine is going to look. But this looks really good. This goes on here, and of course that's where the major wire clips on. It's covered with a boot, and I have the boot here, but it's a little cracked up, so I'll probably try and find a new one. That'll go on like that. Put my fingerprints off here. And then we've got bolts there and there. That bolt it right to the engine, and that's how it looks. That's ready to go back on the engine. That's as much finishing as I'm going to do with it. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm really happy with this. So I'm so happy with this color scheme. It's going to look really good, and it's nice to have some pieces actually done. And the engine, I've got my powder coating in, so as soon as I have some time, we will be powder coating all of the engine pieces. They're mostly powder coated. Waiting for the fix on the one piece. Matt tells me we can try and fix, so he's going to try to fix that. And yeah, this looks really good. I'm really happy with this.